Hey everyone, it's ArcticPink 16 and we are back with another episode of Be Happy. So since last episode I've done a lot on the world here. I decided to make this little wall here for the machines, and as we get more machines we could add them in. Over here we still have more cobblestone going. We have 35 stacks, and then I decided to do some obsidian because I needed the chisel to do the floor and the walls as well as this border. And then I know that goes for a quest, so I'm just going to take that right now. I made these little chest areas, and then this one right here is for when we need more room later on, but for right now I just have the crafting stations in there. I have this little area over here for the trees, and then the farm. Once we get more dirt we could put it into each of these little areas. And then I have the chests over there for seeds. And then I just made a big platform so that in case we need to make like a little area down below, like for example for the water, I needed to go down one more level. So if we needed to do something like that up the top, we would be able to easily get around to that. And for the seeds, I decided not to worry about them too much. As of right now, we're just going to use wheat to get bread, because look at the bread recipe here, we could just do flour, which is just grinding one piece of wheat, which we could use the pulverizer for. So instead of using 3 pieces of wheat, we could use 1 to get 1 piece of bread, and then we could turn that into toast if we wanted to. So in order to get more upgraded seeds, this is what I did. I just put the 2 and then used the watering can, and once they became mature I would add the crop sticks in order to mutate them. I'm not sure how far along they are right now because I don't have a seed analyzer yet, but that's how I got them to go a little bit faster at least. So if we go into the quest book here, we see that we have the unclaimed quest for the nether. So it says, as you can see, getting gravel is very hard, but if you look in NEI you can make it 1-to-1 by pulverizing netherrack. So let's jump to the nether quickly, okay? So if we make 5 pieces we get 5 and flint and steel. And then that unlocks a bunch of other quests as well. Right here we see post nether we need 64. So did you bring anything interesting from the nether? I have something interesting too. So we get soul sand and nether wart if we hand in 64. I'm not sure where I want to put this portal. I'm thinking maybe down here. Right here might be a good idea. Let's see, where's the middle? Is there a middle? These 2. So, I'm sorry if you can hear my daughter in the background. This is gonna go up in the top though. That's alright. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the nether and I'll get some netherrack and then I'll be back with you guys. Alright guys, so I'm back from the nether and I just ended up using vein miner and I just got 2 stacks and 20 until it broke. So that's okay though, I don't need much of that. So we can complete this quest. And then also here we have ores, so if we hand in stone we get a whole bunch of ingots here, which I know we already have some stone made from when we were using the furnace for it. So if you want to make toast, by the way, you just put bread in the furnace and it comes out to be toast. I've been using the sawmill to get more planks per piece of wood, so we have quite a bit of wood in here. And stone, I think I'm just going to make another bit here. I don't need to make that right now. So we can use the 32 to get the ingots, and then flint, we need 16 flint. So we have to get some gravel. And if we look here, Oops. Gotta click off of it first to get the recipes. If we grind it, which is the pulverizer, then we can get 1 per. So we'll just use the pulverizer. We needed 16. So we'll just do that really quick. And then while we're waiting on that, we also have dusts. So if we hand in another 32. Oh, and then we need 16 more flint. Okay, so then we get redstone and glowstone dust. Which means we're going to need more gravel. So the gravel comes from pulverizing stone, I believe. I think that's what we said in the last episode. I just want to make sure before I waste it. Yeah, or we could do netherrack like it said before. So maybe we'll just use some netherrack, because I don't think there's another use for that right now. Might as well just make a stack of it. So while we're waiting for that, we could look at these. Over here we have wool, so that needs another 64 stone. And then productivity. So this is a bee quest here. So it says, with these bees you can now start producing some combs, but it's slow. In this quest you will get some frames and productivity upgrades. They will increase the probability of getting combs and specialty products. So the production upgrades increase the speed of the production of the combs, I believe. And then we could also get the frames, which go into the normal apiaries, so they don't really have a use because I'm planning on using mainly just the industrial apiaries. Although we could get some normal ones too eventually here. So I think we could set up some of these apiaries and we'll just let that run. I might let it run overnight so that we just get a big collection of combs once we get farther along here with the automation. So now we want to just pulverize this to get more gravel. And then we'll get more of the stone. So we need 64. I don't think we have 64 yet. No. And I started to make some glass because since this has forestry in it, obviously, that means that there's also butterflies that we could do, and we could get the forestry trees. And if you make a huge enclosure, I think like 50 by 50, it doesn't have to be that big, but you can have a higher chance to get butterflies, and they, you know, can help you get the forestry trees, and the bees can help with that as well, and then you could get pollen. It's just another added layer into it, and I just like looking at the butterflies, so we might end up doing that eventually here. And I have this configured right now so that the products of the pulverizer go into the furnace, so we want to turn that off right now because I don't want the gravel going over there. That's enough for right now. We don't even need that many. And then we just need these few more pieces here, and then we'll be able to complete the quest. Okay, so now can hand in the 64 for the wool. It says bed string, etc. Wool can be used in a lot of recipes that can help you to build some machines or blocks like the bed. When it's night, your solar panels will not work and you will need to wait for the sun to rise. Well, not anymore. Have some wool and build a bed for yourself. So now we can make a bed. That'll be very helpful. I don't like waiting throughout the night. It's just a pain. It's not really anything bad. There's no chance of any mobs spawning. I made sure I went around using F7, which will show you where mobs could spawn. If it's yellow, it means they could spawn only at night, and if it's red, it means that they could spawn anytime. So I made sure to go around and just place a lot of torches. And to make all the torches, I just made charcoal using wood in the furnace. And now we also have enough of the flint, So we've got our bed. Here we can get more dirt. The combs we gotta wait on. So now I can get the flint in there for the ingots. It says, just so you have some resources, I will give you 8 of each ingot that you can get in the game, but you can't use these to make nuggets. This is to help you make some extra machines if you want to help you. So we might end up doing that. I'm going to save them for now though. And then for this one, redstone and glowstone are really hard to get with bees. A lot of lightning and bites, which you need the bee suit to help with. This quest helps you in the early game by giving you dust so you can relax and do the mutations more calmly. Up here too, this help quest just basically gives you a food. Okay, now for dirt, it says dirt is a crucial item to plant saplings and seeds. Well, how about 6,561 dirt blocks? It says dirt blocks, but that's a lot, right? Before giving you that dirt block, it's only one block that contains 6,561 dirt blocks. That's amazing. You'll need to do some harvesting by yourself and collect 128 oak logs ready for the challenge. Which that shouldn't be that hard. So now we'll just empty our inventory out here. I guess I'll put the ingots up here for now. We might want to make another chest for them. It's starting to turn night, so the bed, maybe we'll put this down here. Might be a stupid place to put it, but for right now, that's okay. And then, now we can go ahead. I guess I should put this away too. So as you can see, I have like food and farm, blocks, miscellaneous, and this is all for bee stuff. So the bees themselves, bee products, which will be like combs, pollen, things like that, and then extra bee stuff. So we don't have any oak right now, any oak logs. We have the trees going. I guess we'll just go ahead and use the watering can and vein mine and get some of these going, and then I'll come back to you guys. Okay, so as you can see, we have 2 stacks, so we'll be able to complete the quest for the dirt. And then next we just have to go on to the productivity. So I'll show you guys how to set up the apiaries. Oops, they're not in there. And then I'm just going to let them run because it takes a while. So we're going to need, which one of these? These. And you want to use one of the solar panel 5s. So we want to get the dirt that we had. Oh, it's already in my inventory. And then depending on what bees you use, depends on what they require. So I'm just gonna go sleep really quick while I explain this. But for example, rocky bees, unless you change their traits, they require rocks around them in order to produce the products, the combs. So for this one, we want honey and damp combs, which means that we need, if we look up comb, there's so many here. Alright, here's honey. So we want to find the recipe for it. So there's 26 different ones that do. Meadows gives a 30% chance. Forest is 30. So those are the 2 that we probably want to use. Those are the only 2 that we have. So it doesn't matter which one we use. For damp combs, it's only water bees, which they require water and a lily pad, I think. So we'll go with meadows since we already have the queen. The lily pad I have down there, so I'm just gonna set this up over here. Probably I'll just set these right here. We'll make a little bee area later on. I'm not worried about that right now though. I just want to set these guys up so that we have this going. The meadows requires a flower. So all you do is just shift click the bee in, or you could just place it in. Once it goes through, this will be at 100%, and you'll end up with the drone in the princesses and any combs or products over in this area. You want to make sure that this over here, this check mark is working, which means that everything is okay for the bee. And then over here, we want to just put in the water queen, and everything's okay with that. So I'm just going to let these guys run for a little bit, and I'll keep checking up on them manually. I'm going to have to put the princess and the drones back in, but once we get the automation upgrade, then we won't have to worry about that. And if one of your queens ends up producing faster than the other one, like say you have already 8 honeycombs, but you only have 2 of the water combs, you should switch out your bee for the rocky or the mystical or the unusual, so that you can get some other types of combs, because you'll need them for later on with the different quests. Don't use the forest if it's the honey, because for the meadows it already produced honey. But if you get the water ones first, you could put in the forest drone instead of the water princess and get double the chance of getting a honeycomb. That's just my suggestion. Obviously you don't have to follow that, but I will come back to you guys once I have enough of these. Okay, so as we can see, we have 8 of both the honeycomb and the damp comb. So we don't need to hand in the items, so it automatically completed this for us. And now I'm gonna get more industrial apiaries. And I already switched out the bees that I had in here for a rocky one and an unusual. The rocky ones work at night. They have night dwelling, so they're gonna continue even though it's night. But I'm gonna sleep just so that the other one will work too. And now that I have 2 more apiaries and I got these productivity upgrades, you can put up to 8 in each. So since we only have 4, I'm gonna need to do 6. And then we'll put 2 more bees over there. I think I'll just go with the forest and the mystical. And so now next you can see we have speed, so they want us to use the different bees. So mundane and rocky come from the rocky, and the unusual and mystical. So I already had them going, so I have 1 of each. And now I just have to wait for 8 more of those. And then we'll get the lifespan upgrade, which increases their life and allows you to get more products from the bee before they have to be mutated again or bred again. And then after that one, there's going to be 1 more quest, I think. And then I think we'll be done. Up here too, we could complete this just so that it's done. All you have to do is hand in a piece of cobblestone. And as you can see, that's full now, so I'm going to switch this configuration so I can fill up another barrel. So we already have 64. I'm going to continue to make some glass though. I'm going to pulverize first. That's why I had this set up before. Once the sand is made, it'll come over here and then smelt and create glass. And if you wanted to, you could just add in a barrel, which is what I'm going to do. Could actually add in 2 here and make this almost fully automatic. So now we can output the glass right into that barrel. Oops, didn't mean to fall through there. And as you can see over here, I put this fence in because I noticed that zombie pigmen were coming in from the nether. So I just wanted to make sure that they would be trapped and not able to get us. And I planted the nether wart over here. I'm not sure what we're going to need that for right now, but just in case we need it, we have it growing. And then all these frames I'm just going to put down here, because we don't need these for right now. And then I guess I might as well just we'll just change our plan here. And then we want to insert it right there. That should work. I think, maybe not. Did I have this wrong? Well, that's okay. At least we'll have the glass part automated. So I'll just put that back. And I'm just going to leave that open. So as I was waiting for the bees, I was thinking about where I wanted to put the little bee section. And I'm thinking I might want to put it up here. I guess we'll just stick with some dirt for now. I think that's all we got, right? Alright, so we'll put some dirt down here, some cobblestone, this. I know our inventory is a little bit of a mess right now, but that's okay. Make sure that none of these need to be switched. Getting there, but they're not yet. So if we put... I'm not sure how I'm wanting to do this. I'm thinking maybe like a big square out. And then maybe we could put like the butterflies over here somewhere once we get to that point. I'm not sure how I want to do it yet. Oops, of course, the first block I placed is wrong. Alright, so this only goes by 9, I believe. Yeah. So we'll just start with... Or actually, we want that to be dirt, so... Or I mean, not dirt. We don't want it to be dirt. We want that part to be oak. This part, I think I'm going to have to switch this. We'll see how this goes, but... I don't want it to be too big. And as you can see with the F7, all these places are spawnable by mobs, so I'm just gonna torch. I don't want it to be too big, but I also don't want it to be too small either. As of right now, we don't have that many types of bees, but the further we go, the more we're gonna have. We're gonna have to switch them out, and it can get a little complicated. But I think this is a good place to wrap up for today. I'm gonna try to figure out how I want to do this little bee area and the butterfly area. But the butterflies we might wait until later on. When we come back, we'll have all of the combs for this next quest. And I think that should be it. So thank you so much for watching the Be Happy series, episode 3, I believe. Thank you so much for all of your support and all of you 43 subscribers. You guys mean the world to me, and I'm glad that you're enjoying my content. If you have any suggestions for other games you'd like me to try, go ahead and comment them down below. Bye guys.